nerds, what's up? Let's talk about my haul for August and my TBR for September. Let's get right on into this. I have quite the stack this month, the first of which is going to be an ARCA Fireborn, and this is from Putnam, which is a part of Penguin Random House, so thank you so much for sending me this. I can't wait to read it. This is a fantasy novel about dragon riders and dragons and flying. I'm into it. I also just recently received a copy of The Sword and the Dagger by Robert Cochran. Thank you so much, JKS Communications, for sending this to me. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk about it. This one is about horse riding and being a knight, and I don't really know anything else about it, but it sounded interesting. It's a fantasy, like, historical fiction style novel as well. I feel like I've shown these already, so I'm just gonna show them to you quickly. I also bought all of these at Barnes & Noble because I went crazy with the Barnes & Noble gift card, and that was very fun for me. That's my haul for the month. Very exciting. Let's get into what I plan to read in September. September also has the Contemporary-a-thon, and I'm going to be posting a separate TBR. Hello. Hi. What are you doing? He loves me. Oh, so cute, trying to escape. So the Contemporary-a-thon TBR will be coming up closer to when the Contemporary-a-thon is about to start. But for this month, my bookish TBR is a lot of sequels, because I just recently posted that video all about book series. I haven't finished it, and so a lot of those are going to be repeats because I just really want to get to them already. First, and definitely important because I'm reading these for live shows, is going to be Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the next book that we're reading with me and Brittni for the TOG read-along. The live show will be on Brittni's channel at 11:30 a.m. PST on September 19th, so I definitely need to read that before then. This is the fourth book in the Sarah J. Maas series for Throne of Glass. And yeah, I'm not going to talk a lot about what these books are about because they're all sequels. But the next book that I really want to get to is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, which is the sequel to Cinder. These are fairy tale retellings, and I think that each of them follow a different character, and then eventually these characters all come together for something. This is a sci-fi, futuristic sci-fi novel about being humans, but in the future where we're not all living on Earth. The next sequel that I really want to get to is Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. This is the third and final book in the Nevernight series. You've probably seen everybody talking about this already because anybody who reads J. Kristoff is like, most anticipated book is sitting right here on their shelves, and it comes out in September. Definitely want to get to it. I need to know. I'm also very scared because in the first book, at the very start of the novel, you know that our main character doesn't survive. And so how are we gonna do that? And I'm nervous. And so, yeah. The next book that I really want to get to is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This is the sequel to An Ember in the Ashes, which is about a girl who becomes like a servant in this fancy house. She's trying to make sure that her brother doesn't do something stupid, and also she kind of befriends one of the like soldiers who is maybe trying to depart from the military without permission, and it's really good. I really liked the first one. The next one is going to be Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. Last book in the Dark Artifices series. The last one that I haven't read yet. I need to read it. I need to read it. These ones follow Julian and Emma, who are doing dumb shit. So that's a thing, and I really hope there's a threesome relationship in this story. I hope that's the end game. The last book that I have listed on my TBR so far is Thunderhead, which is the sequel to Scythe, which is a utopian world where society has conquered death and nobody dies unless a scythe chooses to kill you. And those decisions are helped made by the Thunderhead, which is this like all-knowing computer system style thing. Of course, this utopian isn't quite what it seems, as you can imagine, since there are murderers allowed to murder in it, and the sequel should be interesting. So those are all of the books that I have listed. Now it's time to do the TBR jar. I almost threw it. The TBR jar, I picked 3 books out of here and I have to read one of them. So let's pick some books. They are color coordinated. Here's the first one, number 2, and number 3. Alright, so the 3 books that were picked out were Burned by Ellen Hopkins, which is a book about raised in a religious yet abusive family. Patton Von Stratton starts asking questions about God, a woman's role, sex, love. She experiences the first stirrings of passion, but when her father catches her in a compromising position, events spiral out of control. And Ellen Hopkins writes in verse, so this would be a really easy one to get through, especially considering that I have a lot of long series. This is probably a good contender. The next book that I picked out was Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. I've heard this is a magical realism book and that there is a trigger warning for abuse. I think it's spousal abuse in this novel. The cover is freaking gorgeous. There's apparently a theme with the TBR jar today with abuse. I've been really interested in reading this one as well, but I'm very nervous about the magical realism in this one. I'm like, I don't know. And then the last book that I picked out of my TBR jar was The Program, but I've actually already read The Program by Suzanne Young, which is a book about, like, in the near future, there's this new epidemic of high depression and suicide rates in teens, like skyrocketing, and they don't really know why, and it's about that. And then the treatment is the sequel, so I might read this one instead if I pick this. I never pick on the spot. I just decide based on my mood throughout the month. It's where I get to have a little bit of freedom. So I don't know which one I'll read just yet. Lastly, we have to do my Goodreads TBR. So I'm pulling up my computer and I'm going to screen grab it. Goodreads TBR, I pull up my Goodreads want to read list, and then I do a random number generator and I pick 3 books, and then I put them in a poll for you guys in the corners so you guys can pick what book I should read out of the options. Okay, so we are now recording the screen. Let's pull up my want to read list. So I have 590 books on my to read list. So I'm going to generate a number out of 590. 561. 561 is The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. This came out this year. Ooh, it's a historical fiction. Next number, 496. It's The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which is a adult, I think, fantasy. There's dragons in it, I think. It's very high fantasy. And it's very long. I really want to read this book, but do I really want to read it right now? This is going to be a hard month. If you guys really choose to make me read it, I'll make that happen. That's an option. Okay, last number, 28. Ooh, going way back. Okay, number 8 is September Girls by Madison Bennett. When Sam's dad whisks him and his brother off to a remote beach town for the summer, he's all for it at first. But he soon realizes that this place is anything but ordinary. Time seems to slow down around here, and everywhere he looks, there are beautiful blonde girls. Girls who seem inexplicably drawn to him. And then he meets Dee Dee, one of the girls, and she's different from the others. Just as he starts to fall for her, she pulls away, leaving him more confused than ever. I think this is a mermaid book based on the cover. Those are the 3 books that you guys can help me pick between in the poll, and I will read one of these with you guys. If you want to do a buddy read, let me know on Twitter and we can do that. Make sure to vote in the poll for that. And that is going to be my TBR for the month of September. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I will be posting my Contemporary-a-thon TBR. I also will be doing vlogs for that. I think I'm going to do every other day vlogs. And yeah, why am I picking at my ear? I don't know. And that's everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys very soon. I make videos on Thursdays and Saturdays. You can always hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. And that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!